Hi, my name is Nazo Zakak. I'm an Orthodox composer and choir director. And today I'd like to share with you my one favorite warm-up that can be done when you're on the go. Again, thank you to all of my patrons for their generous support. It is through their support that I'm able to keep my music available and free on my website. My patrons will receive early access to all of my content, so if you would like to check it out, here's the page. Now, onto my on-the-go quick warm-up. Now, in no way does this replace a good, thorough warm-up. Choir directors and singers know that warming up is something we do a lot of, and we can easily get annoyed at it by how much time it takes. However, it is incredibly important, not just for your voice, but for creating a routine for the entire choir. Having said that, we've also come across times when we're running late for church, and the only time to warm up is when we are walking from the car to the church itself. So I've learned this technique from a renowned choir director, a Russian choir director. And it's very simple. The first part requires humming, and the second part requires posture. We always sing with proper posture. Let me talk about posture first. What you want to do is you want to imagine your head being placed on your shoulders, you're balancing them out, and then your shoulders being placed on your hips, and your hips being placed on your knees, which are never straight. They're always slightly bent. I remind my singers every now and then to bend their knees during the liturgy. Your feet are shoulder width apart, and that'll give you, in general, a proper singing posture. This is a very quick guide. There's a lot more we can go into on this. As you're holding this posture and walking in this posture, first off, you'll notice that you may feel pretty good because a proper singing posture is a very empowering posture. And in this state, you want to begin your warm-up. Now, it's very simple. You hum between two notes over and over and over. But let's talk about humming first. So if you hum, there's a temptation to make a very nasally sound. And you can tell you're doing this if you're placing all of your sound up in your nasal passages. No sound will actually come out when you open your mouth. That's not what we want to do. We actually want to open our mouths. So even though our lips are closed, our soft palate is engaged. You can imagine like there's kind of a golf ball in your mouth and you're keeping it nice and wide. If you do this properly, your lips will buzz. That's how we want to be humming. So in this proper posture, where you're humming to yourself, back and forth between two notes, first you tackle the low range. Make sure that you are actually singing and not just humming into your nasal passages. So, do this on a couple of breaths, good big deep breaths. You want to make sure that you are engaging your gut when you're breathing, doing stomach breathing. And then do it in the mid-range. That would be about a breath for me. And then go back and do it again. And then after 2 or 3 more times there, do it in the high range. If you have more time, repeat as needed. But I have found this a wonderful way to warm up if I don't have a long time to get to church and we have to start singing right away. So I hope you find this helpful, and thank you again to all of my patrons. It blows my mind that I have so many of you that are supporting me in this work. So all glory be to God. Thank you all. I'll see you soon.